This is our final project after 5 days, tearing out the carpeting and installing a new floor and putting up baseboard trim in our motorhome. As you can see, we used indoor-outdoor carpeting as you come into the motorhome. My wife did this. She did a really good job. She used the glue that we got from Home Depot to lay the carpeting down, and then I used wooden trim to trim out the steps. As you can see, there was a couple of angles there I had to cut, but that's just something you have to deal with when you're working with your project. But let's go in and look at the flooring. The flooring actually came out pretty nice. We laid it from front to back, and we used a chalk line. And actually, the first part of the job, going back to the bedroom, was fairly easy, but it took a lot of time, and it took a lot of different cuts, so that took us a long time to do it. And as you can see up front, we also put indoor-outdoor carpeting right behind the front driver and passenger seat, and we tied it in with wood trim once again. But the flooring came out real nice. As you can see, you can't even tell where we started or where we ended our cuts on our flooring. And back here, we had to build a box to cover wires back in the corner. That took a little while to do that. And between the two dinette couches, where our table goes, I had to build another box. There were a ton of wires behind there, so that took a little bit of time to build that. And as you can see, our flooring runs from the front to the kitchen, through the kitchen, and all the way to the back of the motorhome where our bed is. And as you can see, it came out pretty nice. But the next thing we had to do after installing the floor, and by the way, let me take you here to my bathroom. My bathroom already had tiles in that we put in before, and we put in a new toilet. Basically what we had to do was trim it out. We used metal trim for the steps in the bathroom, and as you can see, we used quarter round as our trim product in the bathroom, which goes around the toilet and works its way out. And we did the same thing over here for our bathtub. We used quarter round to base it in. We had to glue that quarter round in because that's a metal surface under there, and you can't go through it with nails. And the next phase was putting up baseboards. And first we wrapped around our doorway, and we made this trim, cut it, and then we used a Watco stain for all our trim in the motorhome. We used two types of trim in our motorhome. And the first trim we used, because we did a really good job of laying the tile against the wall, was a 1 1/8 by 1/8 inch strips of wood that we used for baseboard, and we stained them with a Watco product. That went really good here. And of course, we wrapped it around the couches, the dinette set, brought it all the way around. And one thing I did though was I squared the edges instead of cutting angles. That would have taken me forever. It took me 2 days as it was. And we wrapped the baseboard. I used quarter round underneath the panel right there, electrical panel. And then I run the thin baseboard all the way through and wrapped it around into the kitchen and brought it down the hallway. I used a piece of quarter round right there and used an angle cut on it. We wrapped the baseboard and the trim all the way into the bathroom, around the bathroom, around the bathtub, and we worked it into the back bedroom. And the back bedroom, I used nothing but quarter round, 1/2 inch quarter round, and it's all angle cut, and as you can see, the angles came out nice. I used a chop saw on this, so that came out really nice. So all in all, the product and the motorhome looks much nicer now. And we spent a lot of time doing this, 5 days. 1 day to rip out the carpeting, 2 days to install the flooring, and 2 days to do the trim. I get a kick out of some of these people that can do it in a couple of days. They must be magicians, because this was a project from hell. We had fun doing it, but it was a lot of work. And last but not least, we kept this Admiral chair here, Commodore chair, whatever, and then we trimmed it out. Looks pretty nice. But as you can see, we have 4 bolts remaining, and we can't do a damn thing about those because that actually holds the propane carriage underneath the motorhome. This is basically our end product, and we're very proud of the job we did. It took a lot longer than expected, but it was well worth it. And now our flooring will last us another 10 years, and it's brand new. So it looks good. Got any questions? Contact us. Thanks a lot. By the way, the total cost for our project was a shade over $400. So that's actually a pretty good deal, considering I think it cost you a lot more money if you went out and had it done professionally, and we felt that we did a pretty professional job anyway. Gotta love it.